It's not going to be a long video tonight. I just wanted to do a quick video so that I keep my streak alive. I have no idea how many days it's up to, 7 days in a week and 4 weeks in a month. I don't know. Just kind of an interesting thought. Hey Tony, good to see you. How are things your way? If anybody wants to Zoom, let me know and I can get that fired up. I haven't even started it yet. This probably won't be very long. Nothing really planned to talk about, like I usually plan something to talk about. But this will probably be shorter than quiet. Yeah, quiet would be nice. It's cold here. I was instructed to watch a video on Amazon Prime. For some reason my wonderful iPhone 11 doesn't want to work, but I mean there's no shock there. It doesn't want to work anyway. According to this, we got rain outside. I just came in from outside and I swear I didn't see any rain whatsoever. But who knows, maybe where they have that set up at it's raining. I don't know. So I started watching Get Back Part 2 today. My sister sending a let me answer this real quick. Anyway, one word answer. Nothing like answering a text with one word. That'll keep them up all night. I just watched a pretty cool thing. Hey, Greg. Aliens, the original Aliens, or Aliens about the 103rd movie of Aliens they've done, or what Aliens were you watching? I started watching Get Back Part 2 today. I got about, it's 2 hours and 53 minutes long, so I probably got about a third of the way into it. And then I had to take advantage of the decent weather to get the Christmas stuff up. Kind of wore me out. You know, I'm beat. I'll just be the first to admit that I'm beat. I think Thursday my handyman's supposed to come back over and I'll get him to tidy up the stuff I couldn't get done today. So if anybody wants to Zoom, let me know in chat and I'll start it up. As of right now, I got an email. Let's see what the email says. Oh, the email's telling me something I already knew, that I'm live on YouTube. Rough on an old man. Oh my gosh, yeah, rough ain't the word for it. I mean, 40 bulbs, 2 Christmas trees, a little signpost thing. Not really all that much, but kicked my butt. Now here we go. This is why I don't like group text on the phone. Someone sends a group text out, and unfortunately, if there's 15 people on the group text, you get 15 texts. See what I mean? I'll just put the phone on mute. So let me check something out here. So the lag is horrible for some reason. I'm actually going to time it. It's that bad. I'm going to have to figure out how to leave group text because again. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to attempt to do 2 things at one time here. Press 3 buttons all at the same time. So 1, 2, 3. There we go. Well, I guess I'm getting really old and set in my ways because 3.64 seconds I'm complaining that it's too slow. That's kind of funny. That is kind of funny. Oh my gosh. So, you guys can probably hear it. You won't hear it anymore. I just muted the phone. I'm going to start yelling in a minute. Not at you guys, by no means. I've expressed time after time I don't like to be part of group text. If you have something you want to tell me, tell me. I just don't put it in a group, because if there's 15 people in the group, then you're going to get 15 texts from 15 different people at all kinds of hours of the day, and it's just me. I guess I'm just old. Okay. I don't think I'm leaving anybody off the list. So, oh, that's interesting. For some reason it went to same person, one person twice. I think I'll leave it, have a little comedic fun. So we'll see where that goes. So let's see how accurate the 3.6 was. I'm going to reset my clock, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. 3.74. Oh, good. Getting a little longer there. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. So I'll just bring this up. Robert must be at work tonight, I'm guessing. I don't know. Maybe I should read those texts. Might be something important in there. Hey, Alex.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm really good.
Good. I'm beat.
I have something to show you. I have something I would like you to try out if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Um,
You want it to go out over the YouTube stream, or you want it to be just between you and I?
It don't matter if it goes out over the YouTube stream. It's nothing private.
Okay, no worries. It's going out over YouTube world then. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Cheek. Come on, Alex. I can't drum roll this forever.
Well, I want to show you it first, and then I'll show you how to. Then you can screen share your phone, and I can show you how to get it set up if you want it.
Right off the bat, Alex is going to make this a tech night. Okay, so you're going to send me something to my phone then?
Now I'm gonna. If you like what I'm going to show, I'll tell you how to get it on your phone.
Okay, go ahead. Hey, Greg.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm beat, man. All right, I'll show you later what I did today, and to say it kicked my butt, that's probably an understatement. It kicked my ass, and then some. Almost makes me want to figure out what I can do to not have days like this. Oh, I know. Don't put up Christmas decorations.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
I seen a
Keyboard.
I saw a lit up keyboard right there, and then I seen what looked to be my cabling. Yeah, somebody cables like I do. I like this person.
That's my mess.
Oh, that's your mess.
This is actually you see that you can see me through my normal webcam up on the side.
Right.
And the big feed is actually it's actually better going over Zoom than it is going over YouTube because of the delay. But this second, the big stream you're looking at my camera feed off of my tablet.
How in the world do you keep track of all those cables?
I just know where they go to. If you watch that video of me and my instructor doing the network tour setup,
Right.
that's using this.
Yep.
This is how I did this too. That I switched to get him this camera so he was able to walk down the hallway with my tablet and show everything.
I knew I missed somebody. All right, Sam. Sorry about that. I knew it. Okay, so in about 3.64 to 3.78 seconds, you'll have the link.
But if you would like me to show you how I did that, if you want to show us stuff not on the computer, I can.
Not on the computer. I'm not following. You mean not on YouTube or not on?
What I mean is, if you want to show us something, not through your webcam or not screen sharing, like go outside or go around your house somewhere and show us something.
Right.
I can show you how I did this, so you can get the same thing on your iPhone.
I've got a tablet too that I might be able to do with.
Do it.
Let me get this up and running over here. Probably.
But this particular app only works for iPhone and iPad.
Okay. So they don't have one for the Amazon Fire? Oh, hush.
No.
Wonder why they did that. Huh. Well, the problem with my Wi-Fi for right now is it's horrible 10 feet past the house. Hopefully that all changes here in a week or so. Sam says he ordered a cheap third-party Amazon Fire remote from eBay.
That helped out really good when we did that network tour, showing everything on the video, because he was able to take my tablet down the hallway.
Right.
While I was on the computer narrating it next to the microphone.
Right. So I'll show you guys something here. Let me share my screen. This should go out over YouTube as well. Yeah, it looks like it is. So I found out tonight, this is a screenshot from my phone. It says your current browser doesn't support streaming. Download Chrome. Well, I've got Chrome on my phone, so that kind of found it to be interesting, because I was going to play around, do a live stream from my phone while I was waiting for Lorna for dinner. But this is what has this.
Not seeing things. I just wanted to show you. I did fix the.
Well, I don't know if you guys can hear it or not.
Sign, but the snow's not blowing up here like it's supposed to be.
Oh, that's the second
because
one.
of
Hold on, I got to do them in order. You'll be lost.
Well, again, everybody, king of live video coming to you.
Now, can you guys hear the audio from the
I
screen?
thought I would show you this at night.
No.
And you can see there's the tree. There's our 1, our 2, our 3.
If you can't hear it, that probably means YouTube can't hear it. Was you guys hearing the audio? Let's try
Probably
this.
not, because you forgot to click the share sound button.
No.
On them. They're kind of dwarfed though by the. Hello again, everybody. King of live video coming to you on this Tuesday evening. I thought I would show you this at night, and you can see there's the tree. There's our 1, our 2, our 3 little things that light up, and they have Santa on them. They're kind of dwarfed though by the tree. Here's the bulbs on
So
the
the
ground.
audio is
I put in
fine
this
over the
evening.
stream, but are you hearing the narration when I was showing the Christmas lights on the
Right
YouTube
here.
stream?
So again, the tree. I got to get that fixed right there. My little dooflinkies broke. I actually got to tighten that whole thing up. But
I don't know what
they're
they're called. You put them on the gutter and hit the lights on them. I just
can't
call
do
them dooflinkies.
I hate to say that, but I can't. Here's our Christmas trees from last year. I had to repair one today. Somehow it broke, wouldn't work. But you know me, Mr. Technical, Mr. Fix It, Mr. Don't tell anybody I ran out and bought another one. No, I fixed it. And then, I showed you the other day the thing in the house. Well, here's the thing outside the house. Now I noticed the sign is not working.
Can't put nothing past me. I
Welcome
seen
sign
that
is not
sign
working.
wasn't working. I'm kind of wanting
sure
to go
why
out
that
about
is.
2 o'clock in the morning and see how loud that actually is, because there won't
It's
be
supposed to be working.
any background noise whatsoever, and we all know sound carry is really good at
See if I
night.
can't.
So I just wonder how
figure
loud
that
it's going
out.
to be. I did get the sign to work.
Well, there's the non-musical version. There's the musical version.
What's,
I'll deal with that later.
hey Sam, what's Discord?
So when you look through here like this, it looks pretty cool. Might next year when we add another one, we might add another tree and put one on this end and one on this end, and get another one of these and figure out what's up with that. Then of course we'll get some more lights on the house.
I've got enough
But,
lights
I
I
just
can
wanted
view
to
the
show
whole
it to you at
house
night.
all the way around.
Thank you for watching.
Several times over. So that was the first one. And then the real short, I don't know if you guys caught it or not, but that glitched about halfway through. That's because the Wi-Fi gave out. It's the dumbest thing I've ever
Go
seen.
again. No, you're not seeing things. I just wanted to show you. I did fix the welcome sign, but the snow's not blowing up here like it's supposed to be. Could be because of the... Uh-oh, now the sign's not working. There we go, now the sign's working. I'll work on that snow later. There it is right there.
You can
That
see down
is
there
it.
on the end, I got a little loop
So
down there.
we'll look
'cause
at it from the perspective of walking
left
up
the
the
things on the
walkways
gutter
I created for
all
the
year
male
long
people.
thinking it'd be all right,
This is
but
pretty cool.
that was kind of not the right thing
You know
to
what you
do.
need to get you to fix your Wi-Fi problem?
A new Wi-Fi company? I don't know.
No. You need to get you a Ubiquity Unify AC Pro.
I'm thinking hearing about, what's today, Tuesday? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'm thinking in about 5 days that problem's going to be resolved when I go to the other media company for my internet. I think that issue will be okay. I think. If not,
because it's your hardwired internet on your computer is okay, right? But
yeah.
your
Yeah. Well, you can see in there, you can see the front door, and I don't even think it was 10 feet that I was
so
away.
what you think is that when you get your other switch over to your other internet company, they'll provide you better equipment.
Yes. Well, yeah, not only that, I think the Wi-Fi will be much better. Yes, fiber optics, Robert. You are correct. Hey, Gary, I didn't see you sneak in because you're getting good at turning the volume down so we don't hear you come in and go, it's Gary, 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 Gary.
Sometimes I do that on purpose.
Why does that
Hello.
not surprise me? Hey, Sam.
How you going?
Good, how are you?
I'm alright.
Are you out walking or swimming or...
No, I'm at home. It's raining outside. It's very harsh, and I have my camera off because I'm doing other things.
Okay. No worries, people keep their
You
camera...
talk about you wish you had a hotkey for this. What are you referring to?
Who, a what? Talking to me?
You say all the time on here that you wish they had a hotkey for this. What are you referring to? OBS?
I don't know. I've probably slept since we've had that conversation.
I think you're referring to the Elgato Stream Deck.
That's exactly what I was going to say, Sam.
Okay,
Referring to OBS, I was going to say get him a Stream Deck.
Is it
Yeah,
not
yeah.
this? Is it just the same thing as the hotkeys? Only it's in a little box and you push a button.
Yeah, it's a little external box. With buttons on it. Each button's individually lit with a little screen, so you could program whatever icon, and you can make it for any program: OBS, Word, PowerPoint, video editing software, web browser, anything you want.
Okay.
And,
And you obviously can mark them that it's
Correct,
going to be a specific.
whatever
Okay.
icon. They have
So
their own icons, so you can add your own.
so Shift A is the world. Shift E should go to the turkey. No, Shift
Yep,
E
and also-
Shift E goes to the end screen. Shift T goes to the turkey. Don't
Yep,
ask
and I
me.
know the Elgato Stream Deck, there's 3 models, small, medium, and large. The medium is the original, then they made a small version, or a large or XL version.
I've looked into them. I've kind of figured out some hotkeys, and probably what I was referring to, Alex, is I probably should hotkey a lot more than I have, but right now I'm good with this. This is fine. So what is Discord? Sam put a link in there for
Yeah,
Discord.
Discord. It's kind of like a big group chat, but with subsections as well. So you can make an area for announcements where only you can post, and you can have another area where we can all chat. It's hard to explain. Look it up.
Why is chat not working over here? This is interesting. I have chat on my monitoring. Uh, Jeff had some things to do today. It may have been a rough day for him. I don't know. But I have no chat over here on my main screen. I'm going to hit live chat. Oh, there we go. One of them buttons got hit. So I'm going to click on the link if I can find it. Imagine a place. Okay. I'll look into it. Looks interesting. Somebody sent me an email. No, I sent myself an email. Okay. Yep. Yeah, it's there, Alex. I can see it over here where I'm monitoring it. It just I had the wrong. Probably when we were playing around last night, I hit the wrong button on my stuff, trying to figure out your stuff.
I sent you links, hoping you would click on my link to join my Zoom meeting, but then I guess you decided you wanted to send me a link earlier this afternoon.
Was that earlier? Who knows? Yeah. I'm surprised we even got on Zoom earlier today, honestly. I was really wore out. So, did I send Darren a link? Operator error? Yeah, big time operator error. So, Gary, what's going on in your world tonight?
Not much. Not much.
I figured you wouldn't be here. Don't you have to go back to work tomorrow?
Yeah. I got an hour, maybe.
Work? What's that?
Something I try not to do, but I do.
It's a four-letter dirty word, what it is. So we were playing. Do what, Gary?
No, I was going to say, actually, my doctor called me about my knee, and he was talking about doing surgery.
Ow. That doesn't sound good.
But he said, and this is to replace whatever it's replacing. He said you'd be off work for 2 days. I said, 2 days? And the joke is he does only one knee at a time. In case, he said, in case something goes wrong, I'm like, go wrong? What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That part scared the hell out of me.
Yeah. I've only had one knee operated on. That was plenty.
Nah. Talking about operations, Dad had with his eye, he had to get his eye lasered because he had, I think, a retina was about to tear or something. So they had to laser his eye. And the guys who lasered his eye leaned over to his superior and said, "Now what?"
Yeah.
and then
That's
the guy,
not funny, I know, but
no, I know. And Dad's in the chair like, well, "Oh no, what the hell is going to happen?" So the guy said, "Now what?" Lasered his eye. And then when he went later back to an eye specialist, and the eye specialist goes, "Oh yeah, perfect. Your eye was done by a professional. Great, excellent."
yeah, Lorna got her cataract removed earlier this year, and they said they would wait, I think it was 3 weeks before they would do the other one, which is, I mean, it makes sense if you think about it, because if they screw something up in your eyes, plural, you are up a creek. Whereas if they screw something up in an eye, you still have decent vision in the other eye.
Did it help her vision besides just... My father-in-law had that. When he got done, he actually had better vision than we started with.
Yeah, I was amazed. She was blind, okay? There's no other way to put it. She was blind. And she could not see a foot in front of her out of that eye. She couldn't see a foot in front of her. About, I don't know, 3, maybe 4 days after the surgery, we're driving down the country road, and all of a sudden she goes, "Oh, look, there's a deer. That's how I knew the surgery was a success. She could actually see the deer in the fields from the road without me stopping, and she could see it with no issues whatsoever. Had we realized how bad her vision was, I think we would have done it a lot sooner than we did. But no pun intended, when she started bumping into things, that was the time that we, you know, and I say we, that's the time that this, it was time to get it done. She was still reluctant to do it, but, you know, you got to be able to see. So, and it was a long drawn out process. We wanted to use her insurance, and there's no place in Illinois. Figure this out for me. We live in Illinois, work in Illinois, pay insurance in Illinois, but there's no place in Illinois we could get the cataract surgery done. So we initially went over to Terre Haute.
Really strange considering that Illinois has one of the biggest cities in the country.
One of these days we'll not be on live and we'll say out from the beginning this is going to get real interesting, because I'll tell you my thoughts on it, but not tonight. We ended up going to Terre Haute and 2 different doctors and sent her to a specialist, and then for whatever the reason that fell through, so my mother suggested a place right around the corner from her house, and that's where we went, but it's 127 miles away, so you just can't jump in the car and go every other day. It took us about 2 months to get it scheduled, and then she had to go see another surgeon, and prior to the surgery we had to go see a specialist that could see through the cataract, because they couldn't. That's how bad the cataract was. Okay? And the guy equated to me, he held up his piece of cardboard like this. He said, "This is the cataract of your wife's eye." He goes, "We can see right to here. The surgeon, or the specialist, will be able to see everything behind it." He goes, "We won't operate because if the specialist determines behind her eye there's too much damage to her eye, you're wasting your time and your money. We don't want to do that." So we go to the thing, the specialist, and he does this little thing, and he was like, "Yep, you'll be fine. You'll be driving within a week after you get your surgery." So, it was well spent, time well spent. And that was in Indiana, and oddly enough, her insurance covered that. Go figure. I don't know.
Can she play the violin now?
I hope not.
Mhm.
I don't know.
It worked out good. That's great.
Yeah, no, it's. Hey, BH Ringer's in the chat. Yeah, she should have done it years ago, but there's reasons behind why she didn't. But and I thought I was hard-headed and stubborn. I'm lucky. I was told for a long time I'm blind, and then when I got with the VA, they were like, "Well, you're not blind, but you do have bad vision." So I'm like, define blind. Let's see. Blackwatch is in the house. VA Ringer, RM, and when they get over 65, they have to use a power washer. Yeah. So.
I found a power washer over 65 scratches the car.
One more time. Power washer.
It scratches the car over 65.
Oh. Yeah, I take mine to a local guy. He runs a local detailing shop. He's pretty fair. He gives me a discount for being a vet. And he gives me a discount for being over 60. So I keep going to him. He's pretty good. Not that I don't mind doing it, but it helps him out. It's a small business. So.
Hey, Sam? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
How do you like you do like it, but what kind of speeds are you getting on your laptop?
Internet?
You said you have the Wi-Fi 6 router, or
Heck, with my old Wi-Fi 5, network, and with my Wi-Fi 6 network, and I did upgrade my laptop to Wi-Fi 6 and Wi-Fi 5. If I do a speed test, as we speak, my parents are going to 50 megabits down, and we get 20 up. I'm currently getting, let me finish the test, about 50. I've got 50.66 down, and upload is about 18 or so. Speed upload test nearly done. 17. Still testing. 18. I've got 18.14 up. 19.
what you need to get, and this isn't a joke, is you can buy the card to put in your notebook for like $19 for Wi-Fi 6, and that'll like quite a bit of speed.
Yeah, it's a bit more in Australia, and we use Australian dollars, but like 50 Australian for Intel Wi-Fi 6 card.
Yeah, well, I don't know what Amazon, or if you have Amazon, they're charged.
I went to a physical store,
While my guitar
and they also
gently
gave me
weeps
the
is one of the
antennas
most widely
and brackets I could put in a desktop computer. But I didn't want the desktop part, so I just took the card and put the desktop stuff to the side.
Yeah, I had a notebook that had a 5 in it, and I put a 6E in it for $26.
Oh, okay.
And
I only get Intel cards because I don't trust other cards.
yeah, because I took the card that was there. It had the 2 little cables with it. One was black and one was white.
Correct.
And it goes around the monitor, actually.
Yep, around there. Yep, I know I upgraded a friend of mine's laptop with a hard drive SSD, and she was complaining her laptop had crap Wi-Fi range. And I looked, when I opened it up, I could tell because her Wi-Fi card only accepted one antenna, but I replaced it with a Wi-Fi card that supported 2 antennas, and then she got better range.
Now, if they find a way with the laptop to replace the video card, I'd be a happy camper. But the only thing you can replace the drives is the memory.
It's pretty rare in a laptop. Modern computers, you can't do that. Also, CPUs are almost impossible.
Oh, no, I know.
Yep, with my computer, the GPU and CPU is a one big board together.
Oh, no, I understand. I'm just saying, if you could change that and maybe the CPU, it'd make it worthwhile. But
yeah.
Notebooks are about dead every 2 years. I mean,
not quite, but if you're close to it, depending on what you do, I'd have like a laptop where I can replace my RAM, my Wi-Fi card, and SSD or hard drive. So if things go wrong, I can replace it.
Well, it's some of the newer ones. I don't know if yours is that new, but they have 2 M.2 drives.
Yeah. I've got a friend with a laptop like that. I've only got one NVMe M.2 drive and a SATA slot for a hard drive and SSD.
And you probably replace yours, and I don't mean this the wrong way, but if you afford it, you probably got an SSD for your 1 gig.
Yeah, for my main drive, an SSD, a terabyte drive. You'd upgrade my laptop several times. I kept on running out of storage.
Well, my last computer, that's why I asked you, because my last computer was an MSI also.
Cool.
My next one, I have an Alienware now.
Okay, Alienware's Dell.
Yeah, it's Dell.
Yep, I was talking. I was at Centricom, which is a technology store not far from my house, with a client, and they were saying this is interesting. Who makes Alienware? Dell's gaming brand is my response.
Yeah, that's what I have. 17R.
Yep.
It looks like you're watching. I don't know. Well, I can't compare the screen because it's just you wouldn't believe it.
Yep.
Screen.
Yeah. I stay away from Dell and HP and Asus, but I've had bad experiences with them.
Excuse me. So earlier today. Uh-oh,
Gary.
Gary's got competition.
What are you doing?
It's not me.
I've had good luck with Asus motherboards.
Whose speed test? Yours?
No.
That's mine.
Oh, cool. I didn't know you could take the screen from Ken.
Yeah, anybody can share their screen.
Well, I didn't know that. I learned something different.
Yep.
That's my ISP.
And then as far as I know, there's only 2 people that can turn it off. That would be Sam and me. I don't think anyone else can.
I'm not the video host, so I can't turn it off.
You should be able to disable your own screen sharing.
You know what's
Yeah,
funny?
I can disable my own screen. Yep.
Right. And
Also,
if I wanted to, I could go in there and go like that and disable it.
Yeah.
But nobody else can.
You know what's funny?
Yep.
Well, what was that last one? An emergency? Is there an emergency somewhere? Okay. Yeah. Alex, what was the one we tested out where everyone had control over everyone? Do you remember what was
Jitsi.
that? Jitsi? Okay.
That's the one you
Yeah.
said you didn't like.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I don't. Only for that reason. I don't like the fact that you guys can share your screen and that's fine. But in Jitsi, if you're doing that, you don't like it, you just go up there and disable it, and you know that's not right. Whereas with at least with Zoom, you can share it, you can shut it off, you can share it. If I'm like, well, I don't really want that to go out, I can come up here and just shut it off like that. Okay, Sam, go ahead. Whereas, and you guys can't do that. With Jitsi, anybody could do that.
Yeah,
Not only that, but anybody could go in and go, you know what?
Anybody can do anything basically.
Right.
Anybody
I
can
don't want to hear
communicate
Alex
more
talk,
off,
so I'm going to mute Alex because we're on Jitsi, and I don't like that. Oh, he's going to write for us. Are you going to draw us a picture?
I'm just going gibberish.
Gibberish.
You know what's funny?
That looks like a priceless piece of art there.
Oh, okay. Let me just draw something. Let me just type in.
No, Alex. What?
And you know what's kind of
that's
funny?
a color.
Sam's
Ooh.
my download speed is faster than Sam's, but Sam's upload speed is faster than mine.
Yeah, I need faster upload than 20 because I do YouTube. But most ISP, not actually all ISPs, the maximum you can get upload is 20.
What's your upload speed, Alex?
My upload that's why I thought it was funny because his upload speed is 18, but my upload speed is only 10.
I
Right.
get
But
like 20.
I can get about 60 down depending on the device I'm on.
Right, but yesterday you did your Zoom live stream and connected on TeamViewer, and you didn't have any issues whatsoever at 10 up,
No,
right?
with
So,
all that running, I was able
right.
to
So
get
Sam,
about,
I think at 18 you would probably be all right.
Yeah, no, it's uploading large files to YouTube. Like not live streaming, but actual video.
Yeah, Sam is the chief
Because-
cartoonist.
because when you're uploading videos to YouTube, it has to you're telling YouTube you're giving YouTube a great big file all at once, and so it's going to try to suck as much upload as it can. But when it's
Correct,
live streaming,
bandwidth,
it's only little bitty chunks, right, at a time.
If you say so,
yeah.
sure. Yeah, go ahead. So Sam is the chief cartoonist, and Robert
Oh,
says his
no.
upload speed is barely over 3. Wow.
Oh,
My upload back when I only had like 12 megs down, my upload speed was a half a meg, and then when I upgraded to 25 megs down, it went only to a meg and a half up.
So I'm going to share something earlier today before I got completely wiped out from. Now, can I? No, I
How
can't.
do I share my screen?
I'll show you. So I'm gonna shut Sam's off. So watch the YouTube stream for just a second, Gary, because that's the way I'll show you. So down here at the bottom, you've got a green bar. From the left to the right, you got mute, stop video, security, participants, chat, and then you have a green share screen at the bottom. You just click on that. You want to make sure if there's any audio to make sure share sound is on. And then I always do the screen because I can't
and I
quite
also
figure.
optimize the video.
Yeah, I haven't figured any of those out. So I hit screen, and then share, and now I'm sharing my screen. So if I shut off my icons, it goes away, and you guys can see that. What I wanted to show you was earlier I was playing around in Blender, and I got the 3 blocks how I kind of want them, but I don't have my text how I want it because I want the text to stay attached to here, but it doesn't. And then I rendered it and exported it into DaVinci Resolve. Now, this looks cool. I can do things with this. I like that. There's potential there. When you render it out, it looks like that. And I've yet to figure out why. When you go over to the Fusion, and the whole point of what I was doing was to show when you import into Fusion, it automatically creates the nodes that are needed so you don't have to figure out how to do it. And here, I'll show you real quick. So you go over here, let's just say I'm going to, and I won't remember how to do this, but I'm going to duplicate this object, which is now my text. That's cool. So I'm going to put text there. I'm going to put text there. I'm going to take a guess and say it's Shift D. I'm going to put text there. That's enough. So now I'm going to render it out. So you go File. I'm going to export it out. I'm not going to render it yet. I'm going to do an FBX file right here. And I'm going to call it 3 boxes text 1. I'm going to export it. I don't have any idea how long it takes because I didn't time it before. It's probably over here somewhere. I'm going to minimize that. I've already got a DaVinci Resolve thing going in here, so I don't have to create a new one. I'm going to go up here to Fusion. I'm going to import the FBX. Uh-oh. I did make one mistake when I did that. Anybody see where that went?
You didn't save it?
Oh, I saved it. It put it in my documents. I was hoping that's what it did. So now, earlier today, when this was going, I put my cursor right here just to see, does this go fully green? I don't have the patience to sit here and wait, so we're going to wait about, oh, that's long enough. We're going to open it. This box pops up, and you can check what you do or don't want. I've never changed anything. I just said okay. Now watch what's going to happen. All this nonsense right here is going to show up over here because it's actually going to have the text in it. We're not going to see that though, so we hit OK, and there it is. Now I got to go bring in my navigator, which is, where's the navigator at? Huh. Anyway.
Oh, that font's too small for my old eyes.
Oh. Anyway, there we go. So we got this one right here. This is the new one. And this is the original one right here. I don't really see much difference. Now, you would think you could grab this node and put it to the out and it work. It doesn't. And I actually knew this. If I connect this to this, it's going to work. It's going to show up here because it's a 3D. It's got to have a 3D render, and I have no idea how to get this the way I want it. So what you have to do is you have to literally, I'm just going to use the same render because there's no sense creating another one. You render it into here, or you put it into there to render it, and then you have an out. The text is not there, but it is there actually, because when you go into your settings over here, and Alex, do you remember which one it was that we found to get the text to show up?
No, I'm sorry, I have no idea.
Okay, your page being docked. I think it was material and then opacity. Yeah.
You're not paying
That's
me
interesting.
anything.
It's
How's
only
that
got one.
possible?
Huh?
You're not paying me anything. How's that possible?
Well, how do you know I'm not paying you anything? I told you the check's in the mail. Well, that's interesting that didn't grab all those texts. So anyway, we were playing around with it. I am going to learn Blender. I'm going to complete one project. It's not going to be boxes. It's not going to be basic text. It's going to be
Ducks.
yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's going to be stick figures.
There
No,
you go.
I don't know yet. It'll be something. But it's going to be, I mean, man, guys, watch YouTube on Blender. Look how difficult it is. And the guys that I watch are 600 mile an hour with no explanation. This one guy goes, okay, today we're going to, and then he starts moving his mouse, and he's done in like 5 minutes, and I'm like, I didn't learn a thing. Not a thing, other than he's got
I
talent.
post videos like that all the time too.
Yeah, yeah. Let me catch up with Jack. Oh, he's retracting messages again. You were asked a question in chat, Sam. I'll let you address that. That's funny. So, has anybody got anything on their mind
Yes.
besides Alex?
Yesterday when we were doing Zoom and all that, and you were trying to move around the Zoom your video or whatever. Is it 100% necessary to show the other person on Zoom that you're helping?
No.
Because if it's not, I can input my camera webcam in OBS and put my webcam feed over the desktop, so people watching YouTube can see me, but they just can't see the other person. So that it'd be more cleaner and
Sure. No, you
be
don't
able
have
to do away with the video of the Zoom
right. No.
application
No.
being in the way.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to at all. And you can do that. And OBS is another very powerful piece of software that there are things in there that I keep discovering.
Yep.
I mean, it's amazing. And I'm sure that XSplit that Doug uses is just as powerful. But
It's similar. One's free, one's paid.
Well, it's like video editing. Wondershare, Filmora, and DaVinci Resolve, and Shotcut, and Vegas Pro. They're all basically the same. They've got individual little things that are different and not available in the other ones. But I can take something in DaVinci, and just from my experience in DaVinci, do the same thing in Wondershare now.
It's amazing to me how Wondershare, from looking at your computer, Wondershare looks simpler than DaVinci, but yet Wondershare costs like $80 for the perpetual one-time license, and DaVinci is free.
Well, yeah, DaVinci's free with limits, and if you want to shell out $299, you can get.
Yep, but with Wondershare, it works on older computers or lower powered computers. So if you have 8 gigs of RAM, Wondershare will work. But with DaVinci, you'll need 16 as a bare minimum.
Yeah.
So it's better on older computers.
And again, if I had started out on Wondershare, I'd probably be I'd be where I'm at with it as far as.
Yeah.
But I started.
Wondershare's great. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, you and Catherine both did, and I've been tinkering around with it. I haven't gotten anything to the point where I'm going to go, here's what I did, what do you guys think? In fact, what I want to do is I want to do a recording of, I'm going to do this side Wondershare, I'm going to do this side, what's that, DaVinci.
Yep.
And see which one is easier, faster, offers more abilities to do things. But I will tell you, Wondershare's got one strike against it that's not going to go away anytime soon.
Doug's using it.
Do what, Gary?
Doug's using it.
Oh no, I don't know what Doug uses for his editing. No, it's got a watermark on it. Whereas,
that's good. You have to pay for Wondershare to get rid of the watermark.
Right. I don't have to pay for DaVinci Resolve, and there's no watermark.
Is that the only thing?
That right now it is, yes.
Is the watermark in the free version?
I think there's a few other things. There might be a few other minor things like.
I have. Let me go grab a water and I'll show you the one thing so far I've discovered in DaVinci Resolve that I want that you got to pay for that I ain't shelling out $299 for. So you guys talk bad about me while I'm gone. I'll be right back.
Sure. I know if Wondershare, Filmora, what is it? They've got a few free extra effects you can download, but you need to buy the program first to get those free extra effects.
I'm not worried about the extra effects or anything, any of the extra effects or anything. So the only thing in the free version would be that it has a watermark.
Correct.
I think would be the only thing that would would
Correct. Yeah.
concern me, which is really not concerning to me.
Yep.
But there's no like 7 day limit on the use
No,
of the
it's not.
software, right?
Yep. And what I did with Wondershare, I forced it to use my GPU. I enabled GPU in the settings of Wondershare and on my computer in the GPU software and Windows to make sure it uses the GPU all the time, and that kind of helped a bit.
How come you're going to reinstall Windows 10, Sam?
I've got a range of different issues. One of them, this will sound really stupid, but I cannot make a folder. If I try to make a folder, nothing happens.
That sounds good.
But
Sarcasm.
if I go to OneDrive in my web browser and I make a folder in the same location, then it'll make the folder.
That's
I
weird.
know. Yeah, there's another issue I've got with Wondershare. I can't access any service with Wondershare. The website's blocked completely. It's just completely blocked, like it doesn't exist. Every other computer at home's fine, except for my computer. And I've got a few other things. I get sometimes random blue screens of death from
I
time to time.
actually, I've been thinking about doing that because I got one error, and I don't know if it's what the error is. I mean, I know what the error is, but I don't know why I have it.
Could the error be between your ears?
Yeah, seriously. Once a day, I go to manually see if there's any updates, and it never finds the Windows Defender definition file.
You can always install them manually from the Windows Update catalog.
Yeah, I know, but I'm thinking there's something wrong with the.
Yeah, I'll reinstall Windows. I had a friend where I try to check for a new build of Windows, it give me errors. When I used the Windows 10 Upgrade Assistant, that also gave me errors. And when I used the Windows 10 Media Creation Tool and I select Update this PC, it also gave me errors. And his computer was running a year-old version of Windows 10, so I told him, I'll back up everything, wipe it, and start again.
Did you try to put Windows 11 on, and that was a problem also?
No, it's before Windows 11, and also his computer is not supported, but 6th Gen i5.
Yeah, so this was just Windows 10's been acting up.
Yep. I'm now with clients saying, okay, if their computer automatically upgrades to Windows 11 and they've got no issues, I'm just going to leave them on Windows 11. If they upgrade and they have issues, I'm going to back up everything and wipe the computer and put Windows 10 on it. And if they get a new computer or I have to reinstall Windows, I'll give them 11 unless I know they're going to have issues.
Yeah, I mean, I just wondered if, it did screw you up.
So do you have your screen sharing on a hotkey, or you just keep hitting the screen sharing?
Me?
No, Sam.
No.
Oh, no, I'm just manually doing it.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll show you guys the one thing so far that I don't like about DaVinci Resolve. I was kind of looking at it a while ago. So
I also noticed, one thing DaVinci Resolve, you can add the third-party plugins, like on Premiere Pro.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. So I'm going to leave this one here. I'm actually going to play around with this. I am going to save it. I'm going to X out of it. I'm going to save it. And there's going to be 3 boxes. Text.
Hey, Ken?
Yes.
If you get a chance today or tomorrow, could you send me another one of the girls?
Well, what do we want this time? You want a brunette or redhead, blonde? Now you tell me.
Nice. Be nice.
I am being nice.
I
know it. I know. So you want the finished copy, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then the one without the background?
Yeah, without.
I figured.
No, I
no problem.
Yeah. I saved attachments and it wasn't there when it was done.
That's
I don't know what happened. That wasn't you. It was,
Yeah. So I'm just going to grab a picture here. I'll grab this one. This might work. Well, maybe not. So I'm going to see. No, Darren's not here. So here's problem number 1. And it took, I don't know, 20 minutes to figure this out. Import media. You go to your media, you click on it, and it's not there. Well, right down here at the bottom, I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't think you can, but it's on the cut tab. You can't
I can
import.
see it.
Huh?
I can see it.
Yeah, so you got to be on the edit. I can't see it on mine, so I didn't know if it was come through. So you got to be on the edit tab, right click, import. I'm going to grab the same picture. Doggone, are you kidding me? What's going on now? This is why I don't do a lot. I mean, I like to do this, but I don't. Let's see, can I grab that one? Oh, I know what it is. I'm going to play with this. So there it is.
That was not free service that week.
And then you can close that. I'm going to open up the effects.
And I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, we'll be here, I'm sure. And now I've got to remember where there's one effect in here I really want to get. And I got to remember where it's at. You're supposed to be able to hover over this and it work. And of course I won't be able to find it right now because I'm trying to find it. It's a video transition, and I want to say it is a camera share, maybe.
Oh boy, it's raining outside.
No, it's not camera shake. Anyway, when you go to get it, it tells you, it comes up and it's got the big watermark in the back, and then real teeny tiny, barely readable print, it says it comes with the paid version. So that kind of doesn't set well.
Yeah.
But I've worked around it a couple times. Well, I mean, obviously now, I can come in here and tinker around with just different effects and whatnot. I learned today that when you do your animation, like if I wanted to put text in here, and then I want to do a, really? I'm just going to add a merge node, and then we're going to put this into there. Oh, you really seriously? And then we're going to put this text in here, and we're going to call this as Gary's Ride. Now, why is it not showing the car? Anyway, to animate this, I've been doing it all wrong. Apparently up here there's this box called Keyframes that makes it so much simpler. You click on the keyframes and it comes up down here and it shows you everything you need to know. That's at the 56th frame. You can take it back to the 0 frame by moving the playhead. You can put it here by moving the, and all you got to do is then hit keyframe and it puts the keyframe there. I wish I'd have known that, like, oh, I don't know, when I started Gary's project a month ago. That would have been so much nicer to be able to go in there and do it this way, as opposed to doing it the way I was doing it, which was taking this off the screen, setting a keyframe over wherever it's at, moving the playhead over here, grabbing this here, bringing it back over here, setting a key. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I wish I could find that effect because it's really cool. It really is a cool effect, and it has to do with the camera. But I'm not paying $299 for one effect. I'm just not. Not that important.
Wondershare's a lot better.
Yeah, I honestly, Sam, in some respects, I don't want to say it. In some respects, you're right. Wondershare. I don't have that pinned yet, or do I? Yeah, I do. It's right here.
Yep.
I don't go on a diet because then I'd be Ken Slim. Haha, that's a good one. New project, I guess. So basically, it's the same. You go what? go to media,
Close.
get rid of the.
Download.
Okay, that's the other
Yeah.
thing. You see that ad that pops up? I don't like that. You do not get that in
Oh,
the
it
video.
only comes up once.
It don't matter. It comes up once. I don't like that. I'm good. I'm picky, man. I'm an old man. I'm an old grumpy man. I can, you know. So I'll bring this down here. Now, can I drop and drag? Yeah. See, that's it's all the same now. I want to close.
Kind of, yeah.
So then, if you go to effects,
Some of them are paid.
yeah, I think they tell you they're paid though, don't they?
No. But with Wondershare Filmora, you pay for the program, but if you want more effects, some of them are free and some of them you have to pay for them.
Okay. Well, the thing is, your transitions, you got a transitions and an effects, and I haven't looked in elements yet, but you just grab it and bring it down here, and it downloads it and puts it on there. So then when you play it,
Yep.
that's what it looks like. I mean, that's just to me, that's just a basic fade in. I don't see anything real special about that. But
No.
now, how do you stop this? Is right there. Yeah. Now, can I right click and delete that from here? Sure,
Yep,
I can.
or you hit the delete button on the
Right.
keyboard.
And if the effects is the same way, so I'm going to bring this down and put it on there. Downloads it. Now it's black and white. Now, can I? Is this? I bet
That's
this
paid.
is this one paid because of the
Look
diamond,
at the
right?
gem, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
I haven't paid for any effects. I did pay for one effect, but
now I didn't know you could stack effects. That looks pretty cool.
you can. So
Yeah.
what I did is I stacked all the VHS ones and made it really horrible. With like multiple VHS ones.
So how do you go to the different effects? Those are the
On the
recommend.
left, there's different. On the left, there's different. There's like
Are these all paid with the little?
yeah, they're paid, and I think AR Portrait unofficially makes it so you can put a green screen behind.
Those look to be all paid as well.
Yeah, they're all paid. A lot of them I want paid, but it's not major. If I don't need it for YouTube, it doesn't
Now the
really
one
work
thing
out.
that's pretty cool about it is it keeps it in a downloads folder of everything you've.
Yeah, they also have the download ones, and
Right.
I like to mark some as favorites. So let's say I've got a few I like to use a lot. I make them favorites.
Okay, so if I wanted to mark this one favorite, what do I do? Right click it or
Yep, right click. Yeah, right click and then
and then add to
favorite.
favorites. Okay.
And then at the top left is the favorites thing. Once you've added it.
Yeah, right here. Right. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you and I need to get together one-on-one and bring this up, and you can walk me through some things because it is pretty interesting. I do find there's a lot there, but it's real similar. I mean, in my basic.
Yeah,
Now, why
and-
didn't that go? Did that go actually or not? No, it did
The
not.
way I describe Wondershare Filmora is think of professional video editing software made simple.
So that's pretty good. I just got rid of. Okay, I don't. There we go. I'm gonna add just to be adding stuff. I'm gonna add this one on, and I'm gonna. Oh, I like that. I'm gonna add that one on, and then I'm gonna add this one on, and then just to make things worse, I'm gonna try to add. Oh, that's audio, so I can't add that. I'm gonna add this one on. So that's 5 different effects.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit play. That reminds me of my days in the '60s. As a joke. But I'm going to go Control Z, Control Z,
Yep.
Control Z, Control Z.
They're doing an Apple version.
I like that. Now that I do like. Whereas in DaVinci Resolve, every now and then, Control Z does not work, and you literally have to go up here and go. Did that not go? You literally have to go up here and go File, and you got to go down here and find Undo.
Oh god, I hate that.
Right there. I mean, it's just, yeah, it gets to be a pain in the ass, but I'm sorry. So, like I said, there's some pluses, there's some minuses. There really are.
Yep.
There's
yep.
good. There's good to both and bad to both. The main thing with Wonderful or this one, it's not as pricey. I'm not showing. If I had $300 extra laying around, I'm gonna get that drive I've got fixed first.
Yep.
But, and again, I don't jump on things. It takes me forever to decide.
Yep. I
it
don't
just
rush into certain things, depending on what it is.
yeah. So
I did rush into one program, but there was no other option. I had to have it for my Plex server.
yeah, Daisy was. So we've been requested to turn this into a tech channel. So anyone with any technical questions?
Probably ask me. I'll probably have an idea.
Go ahead.
Unless it's US based, but then I have no idea because I'm in Australia. Like if you ask me which phone does this, like if you ask me about a mobile phone who works in your carrier in the US, I would say I have no idea. Well, I don't live in the US.
I just want to say, Ken, if you get this new internet service and you figure out that the Wi-Fi, the internet is good, but the Wi-Fi is still crappy, I can give you I can tell you what equipment to get to make the Wi-Fi cover your whole
I could
house.
tell you as well.
Yeah, I was gonna take a page out of Kerry Holzman's playbook, and I'm gonna go knock on my neighbor's door and see what his Wi-Fi's like, and if it's pretty good, I'm just gonna tap into that and give him a few bucks a month and be good to go.
Don't do that.
No.
Don't do
because
that.
because what happens then if he's the one paying the bill to the internet company, if you do something bad that he don't know about, if you do something like illegally download something, they could come knocking on his door and get him, and he could get in trouble for something you're doing.
Right, I know. That was a joke. I'm not going to do that.
I've got a cousin who likes to mooch off people's Wi-Fi. He has his own Wi-Fi, but he went to every neighbour in his street and he asked them for their Wi-Fi, and they connected him. And when he's in check goes offline, he just uses his neighbours. Which I'm like,
I
no,
got two.
why?
I got to be honest. A long time ago, I did that with my grandma's neighbors at her house because she was paying for net zero dial-up internet for me, and the neighbors weren't smart enough to password protect their Wi-Fi, so their Wi-Fi was completely open. So I was able to connect to their Wi-Fi in her house, so
Oh yeah,
I didn't have to use these slow dial-up.
Yeah, but you
oh yeah.
could. I mean, I have never done this, but you could. I mean, it's not against the law to have 5 houses on one cable.
I've got my
Really?
neighbour's Wi-Fi password. My next door neighbours. But that's because I set up their Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to share your cable with your next door neighbor, there's no problem doing that legally. I mean, it's yours to share. You're paying for it.
You know,
I know my neighbour's Wi-Fi password, but any device I don't recognise, they block pretty much straight away.
Well, but if you knew it and they knew it, I mean,
Hey, real
I
quick, I want
have.
to ask Sam a quick question. We can come back to that if you don't mind.
Yep.
Can I import something from Blender in here?
No, if it's a video like an MP4, you can.
So if I wanted to import this, I can import it?
No.
Strike number 2! Okay, go back to talking about the Wi-Fi.
No, yeah, networking. No, yeah. I prefer Ethernet over Wi-Fi.
well, of course, that's a no-brainer. But right now, if you're in my situation for like the past 20 years of living, basically, ever since I've been using a computer at home, I've been Wi-Fi. Only time I've been
I'm a
Ethernet.
mixture.
Only time I've been Ethernet is when I've been at school and they've already had the infrastructure there to do Ethernet.
Yeah, likewise.
See, I'm just the opposite. Everything in this house is hardwired except for the 2 iPhones and the Fire tablet or the Amazon tablet when it's on. Otherwise, we're 100% wired.
Yep, I want to Ethernet everything, but the trouble is, in certain rooms it'll be very hard, and in other areas it'll be ridiculous. We have to feed cables through every wall in the house, and my parents aren't going to do that. So we've just got Wi-Fi, but we've got Nicky mesh network, and in certain areas we're able to wire up, but it is wireless.
Are you on a slab or are you on a crawl space or basement?
I'm not sure. I could go on. I could get someone to help me put it under the house, but it's
Yeah,
not worth it.
yeah,
I
that's
got the
what I
mesh
did.
network. I got the mesh network, and it's fast enough, and it's faster than my internet. So
I've
yeah,
watched
it's all good.
videos on people that run it down through the walls, and that looks really complicated to me. Not to mention you'd
Electrical
have to,
fish tape.
huh?
Use electrical fish tape.
Yeah. Well, I watched one guy do exactly what if I could get in my attic, he did exactly what would happen to me. He took a step, and the next thing you know, he's down on the floor because he stepped through his ceiling, not on the beams. So,
Oh god, I
um,
refuse to go in the ceiling. My parents, if they ever move into a new house and they want to renovate an old house, I'm going to tell them you're putting Ethernet in every room. You're going to get someone to come out. They're going to talk to me, but Ethernet in every room because the last thing I want is crap Wi-Fi. Ethernet all the way, as much as possible.
yeah. So Gary, you said it's not illegal to daisy chain your internet to different houses.
No, I mean, unless you signed a specific contract saying you wouldn't. But no, one caveat: your neighbor knows.
Well, sure. I mean,
Yeah, I
so
mean,
if my neighbor next door said, "Hey, I don't have good internet and you do, can I use your internet?" I could run a cable over there and nobody's going to say anything.
legally no, but now they start doing child porn or something.
Oh, sure. Yeah, no.
But I mean, say it's your mother-in-law, then no problem. In other words, you could trust them. Besides that,
Sure, sure. I wonder how much of an effect it would have if he decided, as an example, anyone decided, well, you know what, I'm going to do this YouTube thing. I'm going to hook up 3 computers and 2 cameras and everything, and you're both on at the same time. Is that going to put a huge draw on the system, on the
quite
internet
possibly,
system?
quite possibly.
Okay.
So I mean, you have that to look forward to.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't looked at my data usage yet this month. I think I'm going to do that in 2 days at the halfway point, just to
Oh
see.
yeah,
Well, they
I
say
get
that
them.
they say the Roku eats a lot of data, and I haven't.
TV.
That's what I've heard. I haven't
Roku's a mess
experimented yet.
currently.
Do what, Sam?
The Roku's a mess currently because I think Google's going to pull YouTube from Roku due to some stupid dispute about how Roku's not prioritizing YouTube over their other services, and I think Amazon's going to be in the same situation with Roku. So Roku's being very limiting.
Yeah, it's like DirecTV and Dish TV and CBS. They're in a big old argument about money, and that's what it comes down to.
Yeah,
And it
I
just
remember for a while, if you had an Android TV like Nvidia Shield or Xiaomi Mi Box, you couldn't get Amazon Prime Video, but you could get it on Amazon Fire Stick, but you couldn't get YouTube on Amazon Fire TV sticks.
yeah, I can get it on. I get on my Nvidia Shield. I can get Prime.
Yeah, now you can
Yeah,
because Amazon said, okay, we now support Android TV.
yeah. I've got one channel on the Nvidia Shield that every night, without fail, it goes out every night. And I've contacted them, and they're like, "Oh, it looks good on our end." And I'm like, I sent them a video, and I'm like, "It's not good. You can see the little thing going round and round and round and round, and I want to
Oh,
watch
yeah.
this television show." And their solution to it about 3 weeks ago was to go to another service. Same thing, that channel, just the same thing. So I've kind of concluded I don't want to watch that channel much anymore. So, and I only need it for the weather. I don't need it for anything else.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Alex left. BH Ringer, how are you feeling? He must be outside.
I don't know.
Sorry.
It's raining. Go ahead.
Feeling all right?
Good. Oh yeah.
Good. Good. So you picked up some new wheels today, huh?
2006 Ford Fusion.
Sounds nice. All-wheel drive?
No, front wheel,
Front wheel. Okay.
but it's got a lot of bells and whistles on it.
Yeah, did I ever show you guys the picture of when the dog we had for one day destroyed the car?
Hmm.
I'll dig that out and show you. We got this dog. It was house trained. He wasn't car trained, and it tore the headliner out of the car. Fortunately, the airbags didn't go off because that would have really made me mad. But that was an all-day job to get it fixed. And the loaner car they gave us, man, that thing had everything but auto drive in it. It was a really nice little car. It was a Honda something. So there it is. There's the crickets.
Nah. Godfather is running like mad.
That's quite loud tonight. Anyway. Greg, what's going on in your neck of the woods?
Not much. I didn't do anything but some laundry today.
I didn't do much today.
Wish I could say that.
What is it? That's right. A client of mine, a friend of my parents, asked me where can I get videos converted, videos to DVDs. And then my response is I can do it, but that's a service I offer. So so they gave me the job. So this weekend I'm gonna start converting some old videos and DVD, and also I'm gonna get Wondershare's DVD maker, so I can make all the disc menus and able to burn it to the DVD, and it automatically adjusts the file size, so it's the best quality for a DVD which fits on that disc.
Sounds fun. Hey, I heard tonight that the Jimmy Stewart A Wonderful Life got remade. Has anybody heard anything about that?
Okay.
No idea.
Why?
Why did I hear it, or why was it remade?
Yeah, why would it be renamed?
Not renamed, remade. It's on Amazon. I was told it's on Amazon Prime. I haven't checked it out yet.
Probably Hallmark.
Probably. Probably is. That's the second time I've heard it was today. I heard it earlier. My mom said something about it, and I'm like, I hadn't heard that, and honestly, I was like, maybe she's thinking it got remade. I mean,
it wouldn't surprise me, but
I don't know. Like I said, I haven't started. I got started on part 2 of the, Get Back today, and then got distracted. Well, I got told what to do, but
I got one on Christmas show, and I watched it, and I don't know why. I really don't. Anyway, it was about Detroit. This African American family whose father was a priest or minister. He had a black church in Detroit. And he said, okay. He had about 5 black parishioners, and the rest were white. Not to be bad, but there are no white churches in Detroit.
anyway, A Wonderful Life, not It's a Wonderful Christmas. I'm Googling how many times it was colorized in 1977, and Marlo Thomas played Jimmy Stewart's role, which that's interesting.
For girls, for women, then probably.
It probably was on Hallmark or Lifetime.
Wasn't there one Stewart did the man who knew too much? Remember that one?
I do.
Yeah.
What'd you say, BH? What?
So according to Google, there are 2 versions of. Okay, that makes no sense. There's 2 versions of Wonderful Life, but it's been colorized 3 times. So if it's got 2 versions and colorized 3 times, wouldn't there be 3 versions? That must be that new math.
It might be colorized, and then they recolorized it again because the new message was better than the old message.
Oh yeah, I guess you could do that. So the original one came out in 1946. and then 1977. So apparently it's just now getting to now. That makes no sense.
But still, Marlo Thomas is in it, right? Or one version of it.
That's what it said. It said it specifically said she played Jimmy Stewart's character.
Hmm.
I mean, that's and because of that, Wonderful has been numberized. The film was eventually colorized, a version to be shown. It was remade in 1977 for television. It was renamed to It Happened One Christmas, so therefore they got around a lot of stuff there. Starring Marlo Thomas and James Stewart's Roe. So
Yeah, you gotta admit that's one hell of an accessorized pantsuit she was wearing.
So I just wonder, does she try to talk like Jimmy Stewart in the movie? You gotta wonder. All right, I'm tired of hearing that noise. Why does it do that? There we go.
Okay, does it say who played her husband?
Huh?
Did it say who played her husband?
No, I've gotten out of it. So I see Blackwatch has joined us in chat and Zoom. Evening to you.
What's up?
What's up?
Hello.
We're gonna get that started again. We're gonna go viral. I can just see this now. In about 2 weeks, there's gonna be posted everywhere. Have you guys seen these 6 old men and 1 young kid that get together every night and go, "What's up?"
PH, you got a Ford Fusion? Ford what?
Fusion.
2006 Ford Fusion.
Yeah, the only thing I could get a hold of was a Ford here, but it cost an awful lot to get it certified. But I don't know if it's a Fusion or what.
So can I ask an off-the-wall question?
No, you've had your limit.
Okay. Is that my daily limit or my monthly limit?
I don't know. Check with Lauren, or she's keeping score.
Yeah, she do her thing. I'm let it go in one ear and out the other. So today, okay, and Blackwatch knows this. She gets off work at 10 o'clock. So about 9:30, I sent her a text. Hey, are you going to get off on time or what? No answer, no answer. So I have to guess she's getting off on time. So I get there at 10 o'clock. And at 10:07, I get this text. Be here at 10:30. I'm running late. Anyone else see a problem with that besides me? I'm already there 7 minutes past. Oh, anyway.
You're looking at it from a man's standpoint. From a woman's standpoint, it makes complete sense.
Yeah, I guess. I
That's
guess. But if I'm 30 seconds late, oh my goodness, there's hell to be paid. So no, seriously, have you guys ever given any thought into writing comedy?
No.
What do you mean?
I did one time. It was called My Wedding Vows.
No. What I mean is, I'm driving down. I do a lot of thinking, which is kind of bad now that I think about that. But I do a lot of thinking when I'm driving, and I thought, what would be a good comedy bit, okay? And what popped into my mind was, I've been giving this a lot of thought, and then you don't say anything for, I don't know, 15, 20 seconds, and then you don't continue what that thought is, but you just move on to a different subject. And then I thought, no, that's just stupid. That's not going to be funny at all.
I got to interrupt you on that one. Every once in a while I have a meeting and we were dealing with some stuff with logistics people, one of our customers. And they're saying, "Oh, that's fast enough. You'll never need faster than that." And I said, "Okay, you're probably right." And what I did is I said, "And Ken, what do you think of that?"
You're asking me what I thought of it?
What was the question? I got it all figured out for Lorna, Ken.
Well, I'm glad
You
you
noticed
did.
that 3 people started talking about it, and it was less
Talking about what?
Yeah, but it was less than 3 seconds when you guys started talking about it. You asked what? Ken asked what?
What?
Just in our nature.
Yeah, but 3 seconds. And these people are saying 3 seconds is plenty long.
Oh, did you not see the stream earlier tonight? I was testing out the switch between one screen and another, 3.6 and 3.8 seconds, and I'm complaining about it. That's how spoiled we are.
Yeah, I mean, I was just talking about Stout.
What?
So
Seriously.
explain how you got things figured out. I got to hear this. Seriously.
Who?
You said you got her figured out.
What? Oh, the wife.
Yeah.
Go on eBay and buy a cheap old taxi meter. And when
Why a
she
taxi meter?
Oh, that's good. I like that. I like that.
it won't work, but
And for Sam's benefit, I'll figure out a way to hook a camera up in the car so that not only can you see the meter, but when she gets in the car, you can see me reach up and turn it on. And then when we get home, I'll turn it off. Any bets on how long she would? Hey, there he is. Jeff's is here.
Hey, sorry, be late. It's been a long day.
Well, we got some bad news for you. We were just wrapping up. Good night, everybody. No, I'm joking.
your internet feed is just expired. Bye, Jeff.
Yeah, really. So everything go good with the wife?
Yeah, well, last night the washing machine crapped out. Got an error code on it about a drain. This morning I get up at 5:30 to get my wife something to eat early so she has enough hours between that and her test. And there's water pouring through the ceiling in the kitchen.
Oh, no.
And anyway, and then when I get ready and we go out and get ready to go to her medical thing this morning, the check engine light's on in my truck. So it was
Not a good day for you.
long day. I think we got most of it resolved. The plumber finally came about 5:30
Wow.
this afternoon. He was handling emergencies all day, and I have a huge hole in the ceiling in the kitchen now, where he cut into it to try to find leak and could not find any leak at all, but water came through the ceiling.
So your washer and dryer aren't upstairs, I take it?
Nope. No, they're out in another room.
Okay. Do you have
And
any
it's
plumbing
just,
upstairs?
What's that?
Do you have any plumbing upstairs?
Yes, well, the kitchen's underneath the upstairs bathroom.
Okay.
There was no obvious water leaking, and he opened a hole and a bunch of water came out. And it was near the shower drain. But I turned the water back on, run the shower, full blast, go up and stomp in the pan to make it move, and nothing came out.
Right, right.
No leaks at all. And then he went up and looked in there, and there was a bunch of hair in the drain. He thinks what happens is that it got stopped up at some point, and enough water came up in the drain to where the seals are at the pan and oozed out and got on to the top of the sheetrock in the kitchen. And then it sort of cleared. I think I trust this guy. He's been doing plumbing for 45 years, it turns out.
Yeah.
And
Can he do a pressure test to the pipe?
no, because he had no way to do that on the drain pipe with him. But
Not the drain pipe. I don't mean that.
no. Well, the drain pipe was the obvious potential source of it because the water came out in an area that was right under the drain of the shower. Anyway, so, and he says, can't find anything. And I got my shop vac out. He got all the hair out of the drain for me using my shop vac. And then I said, how much do you owe me? And all he wanted to charge me was a diagnostic fee. Didn't charge me any extra labor for opening up the ceiling or doing all the other stuff. Nice fella.
Yeah.
And let me guess, you argued the point.
And so, anyway, I'm going to leave the hole open a while and just see if anything else occurs before I get somebody in to fix the sheetrock.
you might want to try somehow to get some colored water in the drain,
I can do that.
and that way, if it's leaking from the drain, I mean, let's just say you use red. No, that's a bad color. Blue. And all of a sudden, you know, you got blue water in the drain, and all of a sudden you see blue water coming out of the hole. That's
Well, the hole's about 6 feet by 3 feet, so
you're going to notice it then. That's,
Well,
and most of that was wet. The water had stood up there for a while.
yeah.
what he's saying though is you can find out where it's dripping at.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah, well,
right.
yeah.
That'll help. Yeah, the one of the problems here that out there I really liked the pipe going out to this city's sewer system, or not sewer system, but drainage lines, is about this deep, right? It might be maybe this deep. It's not much more than that. Out here, it's about 6.5 feet down. I'm out there with my flashlight trying to watch, looking for this colored water coming through, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is crazy.
Well, it's funny when
So,
we lived in South
Are these news
Carolina.
blips keep coming through, Sam? Do I, Jeff? Carolina?
Yeah, when we lived in South Carolina for a while, we were in a rental house, and the water line between the meter and the house broke. And our landlady was cheap and when only had one guy, she wanted to fix it because he didn't cost much. So we went for most of a week. I would run out and turn the water on at the meter enough to flush the toilets and do whatever, and go back out and reach down through the water and shut it off.
Right.
Anyway, got to talking with my neighbors, and every house in this subdivision, it was one of the first planned subdivisions in Aiken, South Carolina, is the place where we lived. And you got to looking at the pipe, and the pipe coming from the meter into the house was Schedule 20 PVC, which is the light stuff that you normally use like for your sprinklers in your lawn and that sort of thing. Should be Schedule 40 pipe, which is a heavier pipe. And whoever built this subdivision to save money used the cheap pipe.
Well, sure they did.
And when I spoke with my neighbors, almost everybody up and down the street had had the same thing happen at some point. So,
Yeah.
I mean, the subdivision may be 25 years old at this point or whatever, 25 or 30 years old. And so everybody wants to save a nickel, you know.
They want to save a nickel and they
Same
want
in
to charge
Australia.
$50.
Yep.
Make some profit.
Yep, same here in Australia.
Yeah.
But anyway, a friend of my daughter's came and worked on the washing machine and found a loose wire that had broken down in the bottom. I think it was a ground wire for one of the circuits where it signals whether the drain pump's working. When he fixed that, now it seems to be working again. That didn't cost me anything.
That's good.
And the guy that opened up the ceiling charged me $69 diagnostic fee. And even though he did some extra work and opened it up and sucked the stuff out of my drain, he said, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So,
Here-
and the same friend of my daughter's had a little computer thing you hook on your truck or your car and see what the codes are. And I had something happen 2-3 weeks ago. Had some low voltage in some circuits, and the guy at the garage said it was the battery was bad. And he tested the battery separately, and the battery was 3 years old, which is about all they're going to last out here in the heat.
True.
So, and I was getting some of the same codes, but then this friend of my daughter's opens up the hood, opens up the fuse box, and reseated all the relays. And then when I went out to go to the store after he did all that, the engine light wasn't on anymore. Check engine light was off. So I may have had a loose relay or something causing that.
You guys see that right there?
Yep.
That was the cause of most of my afternoon. It's a broken Christmas light. That
You have the kind where if you have one that's out, it interrupts the whole string.
Yes.
I shouldn't laugh. I've been there and done that.
And we all know, and I shouldn't have said this, but I said it'll be the last one I check.
Well, it's always the last
And
one you
sure
check.
enough, it
Because
was.
once you find it, you don't check anymore.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna keep checking for another hour.
Yeah, you guys know it. If there were 30 bulbs, it was the 29th bulb that I checked.
Well, didn't you
So-
keep
All
going?
right.
Yeah, got one more to go.
I think that was George Carlin said I kept looking.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah, he was funny.
On that check engine light,
Yep.
it takes 3 drive cycles and it might reappear.
Well, it may. I'm watching it. But he didn't clear the codes for me.
Oh,
Yeah, he didn't clear them. He asked me if I wanted him to clear the codes, and I said no because I have my regular mechanic I was going to go see in the morning. But then when I went out, I had to run to the store quick, get my grandkids some milk, and started it up, and the light wasn't on anymore. And the one thing he did do was reseat a bunch of relays in the fuse box. He said 1 to 2 of them were a little bit loose. So who knows? But drive it a while longer and see what happens.
Yeah, I wouldn't go back to your mechanic and get charged again. I mean, see what,
Well, no, I've been using this guy several years. I trust the guy.
That's good.
I
It's
mean,
just now figured out
it's hard to
that-
find somebody you trust, and when you do, you tend to stick with him. He's not
Oh,
cheap,
yeah.
but he's not the most expensive one around here
Yeah,
either. He's
yeah.
kind of
Mum's got that with a lot of other services.
so what did he charge you for the checking the relays?
Did it
oh well.
free.
This was my daughter's friend. He had a little computer thing you hook up on your. He didn't. I didn't pay him anything. He just did it to see if he could figure out what was wrong. So
Your
he fixed my washing machine and maybe my truck. It didn't cost me anything.
How about the ceiling? Will you do that?
No. Well, he can do the sheetrock. He can't do the texture. You have to have somebody knows what they're doing to do texturing.
It was.
I had a similar problem like that with my shower. The new pan that I bought was like about 4 inches off from the hole the drain was. So I called a friend of mine. He came over and he recut it and he put the base plate back in and he put the rubber O-ring in the drain there. But he didn't tap it all the way down. And I had water dripping out of my heat vent. Shit. So I went up there and I looked. And I said, I bet you he didn't seat that ring. So I took a small wooden
Alice?
shingle, not a shingle, but a shim.
Jim, yeah.
Tapped it down, and then I put 2 layers of pure silicone on top of it, and I've never had a problem since then.
But anyway, so we weren't seeing the leak and we were underwater, so he had me go up and hop up and down in the shower while he was looking at the P-trap underneath the shower.
Yeah.
And he said it really didn't move much. And that was done new 3 years ago. So he went up and looked and there was a bunch of hair down in the drain. We sucked it out with a shop vac. But there were 2 spots he showed me near where it hooks on there, and he said, go get some Goop brand silicone sealant.
Yeah.
He showed me exactly where to put it. And he said that ought to do the trick if it backs up a little bit again. It's a shower my daughter uses, and so she doesn't clean it out all that often.
That's just a shower pan or a tub?
No, it's a shower pan.
Yeah, okay.
And the shower pan was new 3 years ago when we did the repairs after we had the garage fire. We had smoke and water damage throughout the house, and mostly smoke damage upstairs. But while we were at it, I took the opportunity to upgrade a few things, got new shower valves in the wall, and put in a new shower pan and some other things while everything was ripped out anyway. So
I have to give a shout out to BH Ringer for the following. Why do seagulls fly over the sea?
Because if they flew over the bay, they'd be bagel.
Bagels.
Very good. You guys are reading chat. Anyone know the next one?
Which one? Yeah, well, he can When
You remember the name of the seagulls that Red Skelton used to include in these skits?
yeah, yeah.
Gertrude and Heathcliff.
Yep, Gertrude and Heathcliff. That's
Yeah.
exactly right.
Yeah.
Ian, can you look at Zoom chat for a minute?
I'm looking
You
at
guys
Zoom
are
chat.
even, okay, that says Greg and Jeff are older than I am.
You don't remember Red Skelton? You got to be kidding.
You remember that? I'm 62.
I
When,
remember
when
him.
he'd pop his hat and dump it up and pull his cheeks up and put his arms under his
Right,
know
and
who
flap
he-
around, and
lap around.
there was always a line in there someplace about I spotted so and so or whatever.
I know who he is. I just never saw the.
The Red Skelton Show, that's what it was called.
Yeah.
He was good.
He was on Carol
Like they-
Burnett a lot.
So
That was back in the days when you had comedians who could actually tell clean jokes and get laughs, you
It'd
know.
be funny,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Oh,
So-
Jeff, your day went pretty good. Do you have any bad news?
Nope, nope.
How'd it go with the
Actually,
doctor?
I'm not feeling bad right now. I'm going to have the hole in my ceiling fixed, but all things considered, if things stay the way they are, I got 2 of the 3 things fixed for free, and I didn't have to pay any more than a diagnostic fee to the plumber. So
Yeah,
That's what happens when you hit 65. You get a hole in your ceiling.
there's something wrong with you when he says, I've got a hole in my ceiling, and you think, the first thing that comes to your mind is, I'm fixing a hole where the rain gets in and stops my mind from wandering. I think I've been watching too much Beatles lately. I don't know.
Yeah.
did
really.
any of you guys see the Tony Bennett Lady Gaga special the other night?
Nope.
Nah, I saw it on Bing.
At
Lady Gaga, I mean, that she does it for you, does she, Jeff?
well, she actually is a very good jazz singer. That's what she started out as, and then she didn't get very far, and she did all this other wild and crazy stuff. But when Tony Bennett heard her sing, late 2000s, someplace.
They did a whole album together.
Yeah, well, they have a second one that was just released. It was actually recorded 2-3 years ago. It's been nominated for 6 Grammys. But what amazed me, I mean, he's got Alzheimer's now, and he's kind of out of it most of the time. But you got him on stage and start the music, and it was like somebody flipped a switch. 95 years old, and he's still got a good voice.
Yeah,
Oh,
he does.
And what amazed me is that, and I'd never heard this before, way back in the day, Frank Sinatra said that he was the best singer out there, that kind of music, best jazz singer out there. That's what he said of Tony Bennett. So, I mean, he doesn't have the voice he did 20 years ago either,
No.
but it's still pretty good. God, I'd love to have a voice that good now.
Well, until about 3 years ago, he was actually doing real paintings also.
Yep.
Artiste.
Yep.
So you're saying it might be worth checking out?
Well, I've watched excerpts from it on YouTube. That they had a 60-minute special on him, and there's excerpts from that on
So,
CBS's
I got a
channel on
question
YouTube.
for you. Is Adele getting ready to play in Las Vegas?
Adele?
Adele.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
I
read
think she's
that.
going to have a residency.
And have
I'm
you
not sure.
have they released any of the ticket prices yet?
I read
Don't
it's
know.
like 200 a day a night.
I've read it's thousands a night.
And I'm at the word the slowest.
He's in
Whenever I quote a price, it's no joke. I quote the cheapest one you can get.
Well, yeah.
He's in line for it now. She's divorced, so she gets it all.
Adele announces Las Vegas residency beginning in January.
Showing any prices for shows yet?
This is Variety online. 2 shows a weekend starting in January 21st through April 16th.
I like her. I think she's good.
What on 2 shows a
Until I
weekend?
saw that There was a special about her on recently, and until then, I would, if you'd have said Adele, I wouldn't have known who in the hell you were talking about, to
Yeah.
be honest with you.
Yeah.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about time for him to show up. It's 12:30, so 6:30 in the morning. He cracked me up earlier. He got roped into doing some work for his sister. I'm like, there's a simple word to that. No.
Hi,
No.
Ticketmaster's handling the tickets.
Oh, then they are going to be expensive because they get a huge cut.
Yeah, graphics.
Tickets go on sale December 7th. Doesn't say what
No dollar figure.
prices. Doesn't say what the prices are going to be.
Ticketmaster takes half of what they get, stick it in the black market. Sold out in 30 seconds.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
You know, bullshit.
Yep.
The $200 ticket is probably sitting outside in the parking lot.
It's going to be at Caesar's Palace, so it'll be expensive.
Yep.
One of the celebrity chefs is coming to Little Rock from Food Network in 2020, in March of 2022, and the cheapest prices for his show is $46, and the most expensive is like $71.
No, those are fair. You know which one it is?
Elton Brown.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, he's the bald guy with glasses.
He did Good Eats. Probably one of the best shows on the Food Network.
What was the guy's name that used to go around and eat all the exotic foods and
Andrew Zimmerman.
yeah, and then there was another one that went around and he did all the challenges like the big
Man
hamburger-
versus Food.
Man
I can't
versus
remember what
food.
his
Yeah,
name is.
yeah.
Andrew something.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Uh-oh.
Got company again.
There she is. Hi, Olivia. I know you can't hear me.
You said hi, Olivia.
What's up, kid? What's up?
Exactly. Let's start teaching Jeff's granddaughter some bad habits.
She learns enough of that from her mom and dad when they get fussing with each other.
Oh yeah, yeah. My son told me the other day. He says we really got to watch what we say because some of the things that get repeated he says
yeah.
we find those quite interesting. Hi, Olivia. Are you doing a chicken?
What are you? A chicken?
Take the headset off. Yeah. I dare you.
What's that?
Take your headset off.
Well, I don't have speakers.
We can talk 4-year-old quite fluently.
Yeah, we can.
All right.
Yes, we can. And that's interesting. She does the chicken because that's my one granddaughter's favorite subject is chickens and eggs of all things.
Must be fun at Easter.
I don't know.
Like the food that you eat.
I don't know. Oh, Gary, you requested something. I need to do that while I've got that blurred out. Or I'll forget.
I personally can't wear headphones for longer than like an hour at a time because they hurt my ears.
All right. Well, but
I'm getting used to these. So you wanted the last one, I believe. Let's see where I put that.
Okay, sweetie.
If I don't send you the right one, let me know.
Okay.
Come on, Jeff.
Okay.
Let us talk to her. I need something refreshing from this group.
Yeah, they say grandchildren are your reward for not killing your children. I think that's pretty
I've
good.
heard that.
I've never heard that.
I've heard that before.
Yeah. There's some truth in that.
Yes.
I don't know. I've always heard something to the effect that grandchildren are a second opportunity for you to make up for all the mistakes you made with your children.
To a degree.
Then I'm in real trouble.
What I hear most often is with grandkids, it's great when they come and it's great when they leave.
Yeah, there's the old saying that kids are wonderful as long as they don't stay and they go home at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
Man, that's when the day is only 18 hours long.
Yeah, really, 3 hours. Excluding Sam and Alex, how many of you all remember your grandparents? And if you look at some of the things, and I'm going to just pick on myself here, that I do with, I could never picture my grandparents, my grandfather, both on my mom's side and my dad's side, they would never do any of the stuff I do with my granddaughters. My grandfather would have never got up and danced with my sister or myself, ever. Ever. You know, when my grandfather visited, when they visited, my grandfather was, you know.
I
Why do
never
you say
had, I never
excluding
had,
us? Because ours are still living?
I never had grandfathers. They were long gone before I came along.
Yeah, I was thinking about this the other day that, now my grandfather on my mother's side, he was a carpenter and a half. He could build a house literally with one hand, a screwdriver, one nail, and a hammer. And he was talented. And my grandfather on my dad's side, he just was a workaholic, and I don't know. I was like, because we were talking about it, and she was like, well, what were your grandparents like? Well, my grandparents were pretty snooty if you really think about it, or if I think about it. She goes, what do you mean? I said, they would never get down. I don't know if I showed you guys a video when I got down on the floor and was playing with the girls, but my grandfather would have never done that. Ever. And by the way, you don't get down on the floor with your granddaughters if you don't expect to get up, because it takes a while.
That's right.
And I'm going to miss that. When those days when I can't do that any longer, I'm going to miss that.
Well,
That's no good.
yeah, my
Well-
grandparents were relatively old when I was born.
It's funny how that works that way, eh, Jeff?
Well, no, but I mean, compared to a lot of the other grandkids, my parents didn't have me until my dad was 39.
Whoa.
Whoa, gee.
They were married. He and Mom had been married 10 years when I was born after the war.
Boy, talk about a mistake. Whew.
What did they do? What did they do, Jeff? Tattoo on
Sorry,
your head?
Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah.
What was tattooed on your head at birth? Oops.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I
No,
never made
they wanted to have a kid, but there was
We were
they
talking.
had some difficulty apparently.
Yeah, we were talking.
Just one of those things, and they didn't have all of the fancy stuff they have nowadays.
Nowadays,
so,
sure. Well, I mean,
but,
if you think about it too, my sons were born when I was 24. My granddaughters were born when my son was 36. So apparently we've learned from the generation of my parents and their parents. My mom and I were talking about it, and never really gave it much thought until she said, those kids could care less what you're doing as long as you're doing something they like to do.
Yeah.
You know?
And sometimes even it's not what they just, you're doing it with them.
You're doing it with them, exactly. You're engaging them. You're talking to them. You're doing what they want to do.
You ever talk to grandkids like that and you're going on and they're looking at you like you're the biggest screw up they ever heard?
No, I find I mean, I'm not bragging, but I find that because I talk to
No,
them.
what I mean by that is they have no clue what you're saying or doing.
No, I try to keep it at their level, and I was impressed with my one granddaughter. They got the ABC book. A is for whatever, B is for whatever, and whatever. A is for apple, B is for banana, and these are her words, not mine. That's not what's in the book, by the way. The book is totally not like that. A is for apple, B is for banana, C is for cat, D is for dog, E is for elephant. It just amazed me. She knows her ABCs, but it's not. She's flipping the pages in the book, but the book's different than what she's saying. I'm like,
That's cool.
yeah, it's cool. I mean, he sent me a video the other night that she's singing a song that's on TV, and he muted the sound of the TV so he could pick her voice up, and it's just loud enough you can hear the TV word for word. She's keeping up with it right on every beat. I mean, it's just amazing. Now, my other granddaughter, on the other hand, she's going to be like me. she's going to be kind of nutty, kind of crazy. She's going to do what she wants, because if they're up there doing the waltz, you know, da 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 da. My granddaughter's doing this and having a good time, you know, and it's
Yeah,
fun.
it's okay too.
Yeah.
You know what's going to be wrong with that, Kim?
It depends if she grows out of it or not.
I mean, your granddaughters look at ABC, so they come up with alligator, you know, bear, whatever.
Sure,
they do.
whatever, right.
And then they get into school, and the teacher says to them, "You got 20%." But was the question right? Was the answer right? Particularly in math. Yes, but you didn't do it the way you're supposed to do it.
Yeah, I don't understand.
That's infuriating. That drives me
Yep.
absolutely nuts.
Yep.
And what's it going to do to a kid, you know? Like,
What's going to kill their esteem?
Especially with the math, they got these new ways of doing division and multiplication that my sister is talking to my mom and dad about, you know, all this different ways, and she has no idea of how the kids have to explain it to her.
Well, I don't know. I don't understand some of the things they're doing to teach the math. I understand why they're doing it. They're trying to get the kids to understand it, not just memorize it like I did when I was in grade school. And I have some appreciation for that, but I don't get a lot of it. And I have a graduate degree in engineering. I've had a lot of math.
Right.
And some of the stuff is not at all like we did way back in the day. So, but it is what
Yeah,
it is.
but Blackwatch has got a good point, because I've seen things on the internet where the parents are mad because the 2 plus 10 is what, and they 12. Nope, that's wrong, because they didn't explain it the way that they want the new math to be explained. And what do? 2 plus 10 is always going to be 12, no matter if you do it. You break 10 into 2 5s, and then you go 5 plus 5, and you break 2 into 2 1s. It's still 12, right?
Yep.
Well, I heard the grandkids explain it, and I can't remember it to tell you the first thing.
Oh, now, yeah. When we get to that point in their life, hopefully I'm still around. There'll be a lot of Oh, okay. I got it. You know, because
Or
I
change the subject real quick.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Now that's the thing, that at the age they're at right now, distraction is a wonderful tool. When they fall and they might think they're hurt, and I did this with my kids. I always, if they fell and they hurt themselves on their right side, I say, "What's wrong?" And they take their left side. They take their finger and they go, "I'm hurt right here." I'd look at their finger, not the injury, their finger, and they would say, "No, it's over here." Look at their finger. And within probably 2 or 3 times of doing that, they forgot that they were hurt over here because they were concentrating on here. I do the same thing with the grandkids. The one fell the other day, and she was like crying and whatnot. "Okay, come here, what's wrong?" And she says, "I got a boo-boo right here." So I'm looking at her finger, and she was like, "No, it's right here." 2 times. She's smarter than my son. 2 times she figured that out. So...
I have an uncle that used to do something like that. Well, he's deceased now, but I fell on a bike in front of his house, and I mean, I was bleeding all over the place. And he came out, and I figured he was gonna, do some Uncle Comforting type shit. He started yelling at me for getting blood on the sidewalk. And about 2 minutes later, I'm not crying or anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're taught as a first responder, you don't want to walk up and go, "Oh my God, look at that hole in his chest." You'd be surprised psychologically what you can
In
accomplish.
Detroit, they do a lot of that because, well, there is a hole in his chest.
Yeah. Oops.
what's
Guess I
going
should-
on with the screen?
Sam keeps sharing the screen. I don't know if he's showing us updates of the weather or what it is. It's pretty
I
quick.
keep wondering if he's doing it automatic. If he did something to do it, make it do it automatically, or if he's just really fast. If he's just
I don't know. Sam, did you set it up as an automatic thing, or are you just really fast?
I'm doing it manually. I'm just closing windows. The whilst I close the window, because just a notification pops up if you share it for a sec.
It's pretty quick.
Sam, do you want to live?
Yeah, he's real quick.
Yeah.
Oh,
15 more minutes.
Yeah, here in a minute it's gonna be 1 o'clock. I think I'm gonna shut the stream down. I don't even know how long I've been yakking here or we've been together. Let's see. I'm not even gonna blur it out.
You've been on about an hour. I got the notification right as I was heading out to go.
It just
Grab 'em.
hit 2 minutes, right? As you said that. So Tony, if you're still with us, thank you, sir, for being here. Did not see Matthew tonight. Matthew Camp 915 didn't join us. Again, you'll notice we had no bombers in the chat, so that's good. I'm going to keep that at a week. I think that's fair.
but it's no fun.
Yeah, I thought about that too. I actually thought about not having chat just to see how that would go, because if I don't put chat in there and don't send the link out, how are you guys going to let me know to send you the Zoom notification?
So live stream is optional to have chat.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
You start getting thoughts like that.
I believe it is, Jeff. We were experimenting last night with Alex's stuff. I'm pretty sure we
And
could.
it is because you can
So-
there's a checkbox and you can turn it off and on.
Okay, YouTube stream, you're going away. Been nice, been fun. Bye. Seriously, good night. Thanks, Tony. I'll talk to you tomorrow. And
Yeah, Tony